Hello, welcome back. GovDoc Breakdown, no opinions, just facts and summaries of government documents, and we let you do the rest. Back again, May 29th, Supreme Court opinion, 7-county infrastructure coalition v. Eagle County. All right, so this one is about 7 counties in Utah that wanted to build an 88-mile railroad line in the Uinta Basin region of Utah to transport oil more efficiently to the national rail network and down to the Gulf Coast refineries. Now, under U.S. law, new railroad lines need approval from the Surface Transportation Board, STB. The board reviewed the project and wrote an environmental impact statement, a big report outlining environmental impacts and certain alternatives that could be taken. In 2021, the board approved the railway project, saying that its economic and transportation benefits outweighed its environmental effects. However, a county in Colorado and several environmental groups challenged the approval in the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals. One thing we do need to make sure we understand is that anything having to do with a federal agency being challenged skips the district court and goes straight to the Circuit Court of Appeals. So I know I say it all the time, district court, circuit court, Supreme Court. So in this case, federal agency involved, no district court, we're going straight to the circuit court. And they argued that the environmental impact statement was flawed because it didn't fully consider the indirect environmental effect of the railroad. Due to access of the railroad, and more refining in the Gulf Stream from that extra drilling and supply of oil. The D.C. Circuit Court agreed with the challengers and threw out the environmental impact statement and the project approval. They said that the board should have looked more closely at the environmental impact of the upstream drilling and downstream refining. So the case made its way to the Supreme Court. And in a 5-3 decision, the Supreme Court reversed the lower court's decision. Kavanaugh, Roberts, Thomas, Alito, and Barrett were for. Gorsuch did not participate, and Kagan and Jackson voted against. The court said that the National Environmental Policy Act only requires agencies to consider environmental effect to the projects they're directly approving. Indirect effects from future or separate projects like the drilling and refining that could happen later are not the board's responsibility to review if they're outside its control or authority. This decision basically narrows what federal agencies are required to do under the National Environmental Policy Act. Basically, they don't have to go down a rabbit hole of analyzing every possible downstream effect if it's about other projects they do not control.
Full video located on our channel.